Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's power yoga class. Today, all that you need is just a mat or some ground that you feel comfortable lying on, and then obviously some space to move. So we'll go ahead and get started right away today. We're going to start down on the ground here. All right, and we're going to start in our crisscross applesauce position. So one leg is going to be in front of the other. We're going to start sitting up nice and tall. Good. Taking a few deep breaths, just getting ourselves settled in. So breathing in through our nose and out through our mouth. And remember, if you find that playing music makes class more enjoyable or just helps you get in the zone more, please feel free to pause the video and grab some and put some on. Otherwise, enjoy the silence and the echoing of my voice. Good. Now, I want you to find what's comfortable for you. So if you notice that you're kind of swaying and rocking from sit bone to sit bone, that's fine. Find what's going to be a comfortable seated position, and once you're there, stay here. Breathing in. And on our exhale, go ahead and lean forward, keeping those sit bones on the mat, hinging at those hips. You should feel a nice stretch through the upper bum. Good. Remember to keep your spine nice and long, shoulders away from your ears. And on your next exhale, go ahead and lean towards one side of your body. Gonna feel the deeper stretch on the opposite side, opposite leg. Remember, nice long spine, keep your head in line. And exhale, leaning towards the other side. Good. Remember to relax your shoulders, release any tension that you may be experiencing, especially in your pelvic region. Try to relax that. Exhale, go ahead and bring it to center. We'll stay here for 2 breath cycles. Again, leaning forward, thinking pressing those sit bones back. And exhale, returning to center. And go ahead, release your legs. We're gonna switch. So whatever foot was behind is gonna come to the front. And we're gonna repeat that series here. So again, make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. Like the energy is going through your sit bone, all the way through your spine, out the top of your head, nice and tall. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And again, find what's comfortable, so go ahead and feel free to wiggle back and forth on your sit bones here. Find what's a comfortable position for you. And whenever you find what feels right, go ahead and stay in place. And continue that breathing deeply in through our nose and out through our mouth. Good. On your next inhale, release it and lean forward. Again, we want to keep those sit bones on our mat, so pressing ourselves forward here. Again, nice strong spine, nice long back. Don't fold in on your shoulders, hinge at your hips. Shoulders away from your ears. Good. And on your next exhale, go ahead and lean towards one side. Again, we want to keep those sit bones on the mat here. So hinge at your hips, keep a nice strong core, relaxing the shoulders away from your ears. Feel free to put your body weight on your leg that you're leaning on. And again, try to release any tension that you might be holding in your hips, in your shoulders, even in your jaw. Try to keep your jaw nice and relaxed here. And on your next exhale, go ahead and lean towards the other side. Again, leaning forward, nice long back. Keep your head in line. And remember to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Good. Remember to stay relaxed, stay grounded, keep your sit bones on the mat. Exhale, return to center. If you want a deeper stretch, you can always walk your hands outward. Again, really try to keep those shoulders relaxed, but think more pushing your sit bones towards the mat and back. Good. Hold it for one more breath cycle here. Exhale, return to center, and nice and easy, we're going to go ahead and go into a tabletop position. So go ahead and kick those legs behind you. And when we begin, we want to make sure that we have our fingers nice and spread, connected to the earth. Our spine is nice and straight. Our knees are underneath our hips. And we're going to go into a cat-cow here. So when we breathe in, we want to push our belly down, elongate that neck up towards the sky. And exhale, rounding the spine, tuck the chin towards the chest. Think bringing that belly button in. And then again, just follow your own breathing pattern here. Really fill those lungs, feel them expand in your rib cage. And exhale, really push every ounce of air out of your lungs. 2 more breath cycles here. Last one. Inhaling, going into a neutral spine. And on your exhale, I want you to push your sit bones back, extend your arms nice and long, going into child's pose. And again here, you might have to do some readjusting, find what's comfortable for you. Whether that's moving your toes out to the outside of your mat, or moving your knees out towards the outside of your mat, or keeping it all in line. Go ahead and let your forehead rest on your mat, extending your shoulders nice and long, and hold it for a couple breath cycles here. Again, try to relax for yourself, melt into the mat. Release any tension you might be holding in your hips, any tension in your jaw. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, go ahead and lean towards one side, nice and long. We'll feel a nice deep stretch on that outer side. Good. Go ahead and inhale. And exhale, walk yourself to the opposite side of your mat. Same thing, nice and long. Feeling that nice stretch here along the outer arm and outer abs. And again, just let yourself melt into the mat here. Don't have any expectations as to where you think you should be. Listen to your body and what it tells you it needs. Good. Take one more deep inhale for me. And exhale, return to the center. Inhale. Exhale, coming up into a high plank position. Good. And now here in this high plank, let's go ahead and do 5 body saws. So just rocking forward and backwards on your toes. Keep that core nice and tight. Good. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, either jump or go ahead and step yourself into a forward fold. Feeling a nice stretch along the back of your legs here. Try to keep a slight bend. Don't ever lock your knees. Good. Good. Inhale, coming up into a mountain pose. Good. One more time. Big deep breath in. Exhaling back down into a forward fold. Stepping or hopping out into a high plank and going back for 5 body saws. So again, just rocking on those toes. Keep your core nice and tight. Good. Good. Go ahead and nice and easy, drop yourself down into chaturanga, pushing up. Good. Into cobra. Tuck your toes underneath, and then on your next exhale, going into downward dog. Good. So in downward dog, again, we want to keep our shoulders away from our ears. Think pushing your butt bones up towards the sky. And if you want, you can dive deeper into this move by adding some pedals here. Just slightly bending those knees, getting a nice calf stretch. Good. Good. Now what I want you to do, we're going to go into a three-legged dog. So inhaling, lifting our left leg up. Keep a slight bend in your knee, and I want you to do 5 hip circles each way. So think you're carving a circle out with your knee. Keep your core nice and tight. And once you have 5 one way, I want you to switch directions. Just kind of feeling that hip loosening up. Good. Go ahead and go back into downward dog. Exhaling, stepping into a runner's lunge, and coming up into warrior one. So here we want our knee behind our toe in the front, back leg, toe is pointed to the side, arms are up nice and long. Inhaling, exhaling, forward down. Coming into that runner's lunge. Inhaling, coming up. And exhaling, returning to warrior one. Good, one more breath cycle here, breathing in. Exhaling, forward fold down into that runner's lunge. And one more cycle through here, breathing in. And exhaling, back into warrior one. Staying here for 2 breath cycles. Good, exhaling, go ahead and forward fold. Bring this front leg back into a high plank. Good, let's do body saws for 3 here. Good, go ahead and lower yourself, exhaling down into chaturanga. Inhale into cobra. And exhaling, tucking those toes, pushing back up into downward dog. Again, take a moment to do some pedals if needed. Good, we're going to repeat that series on the other side. So go ahead and inhaling, lifting your right leg, drawing 5 circles. Really get that hip bone in action here, rotating that socket. Good, and whenever you have your 5, I want you to switch directions. When 5 is done, go ahead back into downward dog, pedal it out. Inhale, exhale, going into a runner's lunge. Inhaling, coming up, and exhaling into warrior one. So again, now that I'm facing the camera and you can see, we want to open our hips, knees behind our toe, toes pointed to the side, arms are out. Hold it here for 2 breath cycles. And remember, keep those shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, go ahead and lean forward into runner's lunge. Inhaling, coming up, exhaling into warrior one. Staying here for 2 breath cycles. Exhaling, bringing it back down into runner's lunge. Good, go ahead and take an inhale, coming up. Exhaling into warrior one, 2 breath cycles here. Exhale, forward folding down, stepping back into a high plank for 3 body saws. Again, just rocking on those toes, keeping that core tight. Good, go ahead and exhale down into chaturanga. Inhale into cobra, hold it here for a breath cycle. Tuck those toes, exhaling into downward dog. Again, pedal out if needed. Otherwise, on your next inhale, I want you to step or jump up to the front for a forward fold. Good, get those hips nice and squared forward, feet hip width apart. Inhale, hands coming up to mountain, and exhale, chair pose. Again, with chair pose, we want to keep a nice straight back, think butt bones pushed back, arms out nice and long. Inhale to mountain, and exhale into standing crescent moon. Inhale, exhaling down into forward fold. Inhaling, returning to mountain. And now I want you to come facing forward in the center of your mat here. This is going to get into our heart pumping series, so we're going to try to get that heart rate up here today. All right, so go ahead, take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to your hips. Now, we want our feet about hip width apart, and we're going to go ahead and go into some squats. So we're just going to take a step to our left and squat. Good. Come to center. So inhale as we go down. Exhale as we come up. Return to center. Good. So again, with our squats, we want to make sure that we're really pushing that sit bone back. Our weight is on our heels. Our chest is nice and high. We're keeping that core tight and using those leg muscles to push us back up. Keep your back nice and long. Shoulders are away from your ears. You have a nice relaxed jaw here. Got it. Keep it going, nice and slow. Good, great job. Really feel your feet underneath you. Spread those toes, really connect with the earth. Good, almost done here. Nice and low on those squats. Nice and wide, strengthening those legs. We have one more squat each way. Good, last one here. Good, return to center. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands aside. Now we're gonna go into jumping jacks. So again, you don't need to do high intensity. I will be doing low intensity here. We're just gonna breathe and tap out. Good. Hands come all the way up. If you would like to increase your heart rate even more, please go ahead and do double time, so both legs at a time. Good. Good. So here, again, even if you're not going in super quick, just your arms going above your head should be increasing your heart rate. Good. We have 3 more on each side. There's 1, 2, and last one. Good. Go ahead and bring yourself to center. Nice big deep breath. Reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands to hips. We're going back to those squats. So again, nice big step out. Push those sit bones back. Come up. Return to center. Good. Remember, spread those toes. Feel the earth beneath you or your mat, whatever you have. Good. Remember to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth here. Good. And remember, we want all of our weight on our heels, so you should be able to wiggle your toes as you're squatting here. Keep that chest nice and high. Shoulders are away from our ears. Core is nice and tight. Good. Remember, take your time here. Really feel those muscles in your legs work to push you back up. Keep you nice, strong, and steady. Good. Almost there. Remember, push that butt bone back. Keep a nice, proud chest. We have 1 more each way here. Last one. Perfect. Return to center. Take a deep breath in. Hands to the sky. Exhale. Release all the way down back into our jack series. Again, modified. We're stepping side to side. Hands are coming up in the air. Higher intensity. You're standing both legs at the same time. Again, listen to your body, listen to what you need. Maybe the jumping is too much impact on your knees, and that's fine. Good. We're going to pick up the pace for these last couple seconds. Go, we have 3 more each side. There's 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead. Take a big deep breath in. Exhale, drop your hands, and we're going to step to the front of our mat here. One more time, big deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold down to the mat. Go ahead and inhale for a half lift. Nice long back, butt bones are pushed back. Exhale, back to forward fold. Good, take a deep breath in. On your exhale, go ahead and take a step back into a high plank, and then we have 3 body saws, just rocking on those toes. Good, exhale, going down into chaturanga. Exhaling on our next breath. Tucking toes, pushing up into downward dog. Inhaling, lifting our left leg. We have 5 leg pulses here. 3, 4, 5. Good. Go ahead and high plank. Push back into downward dog. And again, 5 leg pulses now with our right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down into a high plank. Exhaling into downward dog. Back to those leg pulses with our left. Straight legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. High plank. Exhale, downward dog. Leg pulses with our right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Downward dog. Go ahead and pedal it out here. Remember to spread those fingertips. Feel the earth beneath you. Relax those shoulders. Relax your jaw. Good. Let's go ahead and do a 3-legged dog with our right foot. Extend that up and out. Exhale, step forward into a forward lunge. Inhale into warrior 1. And on your exhale, I want you to bring both hands behind you and interlace. So again, here we want to bend in that front knee. Interlace your hands. Think open chest to the sky. If you're feeling a nice stretch here, keep it here. Otherwise, inhale. Exhale, bring the belly toward the top of the knee. Let those hands go forward. Good. When you exhale, return to the top. Release your hands back to warrior 1. Inhaling, exhaling. Stepping your leg out. Good. Do that again. We'll go ahead, 3-legged dog. Raise the right leg. Step forward in a runner's lunge. Inhaling, warrior 1. Exhaling, arms behind us, interlacing our hands. Nice bend in that forward knee. Chest is nice and proud. If this is a good stretch, keep it here. Otherwise, we inhale. Exhale, lean forward. Tummy to the top of the thigh. Let those hands go high. Oop, I lost it. Inhale, exhale, return. Going back to that forward lunge. Stepping back to a high plank. Pressing back again to downward dog and pedaling it out here. Good. We'll repeat that on the opposite side. Go ahead, 3-legged dog. Lift your left leg up. Exhale, step forward into a runner's lunge. Going into warrior 1 here. Exhale, hands get interlaced behind us. And again, we want to lean forward. Front knees bent. Nice strong legs here. Keep it here if you're feeling a nice stretch. Otherwise, for a deeper stretch, inhale. Exhale, tummy to thigh, legs up high, or arms up high. Good, keep a nice strong base, spread those toes. Go ahead and release your hands down to the floor, step back into a high plank. Up into downward dog, pedal it out. We'll do that one more time through. Inhale, lift your left leg nice and high. Exhale, drive your foot forward for forward lunge. Inhale to warrior one. Exhale, hands come behind. Interlace and press down, lunging forward. Good. Nice strong lower body. Shoulders are away from our ears. Keeping it here if we're comfortable, otherwise inhaling and exhaling, bringing tummy to thigh. Good, leaning forward here, nice strong base. Spread those toes. Exhaling, dropping our hands to the floor, stepping back into a high plank, and then lowering down into chaturanga. Good, pressing up into cobra. Good, tuck those toes, bringing it up into a downward dog. Inhaling, exhaling, stepping or hopping towards the front of our mat for a forward fold. Good. Go ahead, and if you want, you can always cradle your arms and let them hang for a deeper stretch. Just remember, slight bend in those knees here. Good. Go ahead and bring your fingers underneath your toes and try to lift up for a half lift. Release your fingers if you're not quite there. We want a nice, strong back. Exhaling, back down to forward fold. Go ahead and inhale, exhale, bringing it up to mountain. Exhale, release your hands. Inhaling, going into a chair pose. So a nice low squat, hands out front. Good, go ahead and exhale, back to chair or mountain. Inhaling in a chair. Exhaling to mountain. Repeat this cycle on your own breathing here. Last cycle here, breathing in. Back to mountain. Take a big inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart in prayer position. We'll do 3 breath cycles here to finish out our day. Breathing in, hands nice and high. Exhale, hands to heart. Last one here. And exhale. Alrighty, everyone, there is your power yoga for today, and hopefully you're like me and you can feel your heart rate is a little up, but at the same time you also are feeling relaxed and stronger today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we will see you next time. Bye!